Good afternoon. We're going to try to go ahead and get started, so if anybody wants to have seconds on food, please do that. We have lots of it. If you have not registered for a door prize, make sure you've done that. And if you've not had your snow cones, then you need to do that before 2 o'clock. So snow cones will be here at 2 o'clock. All right, we want to welcome everybody to Teacher Appreciation Day for the 2019 school year. I realize I'm talking to the people I work with every day. My name is David Flynn. I'm president for the Chamber of Commerce in Macon County. And this is our annual celebration of teachers and the job you do every day. And we are grateful to provide this for you from the Chamber of Commerce. We have lots of good door prizes. I hope the food was enjoyable. If you enjoyed the food, that came from Earl G. Dumplings. If you didn't, I don't know where it came from. We had the wraps and the cookies and brownies and the drinks from Earl G. Dumplings this year. So I hope you enjoyed your lunch for you. At this time, I'd like to have all chamber board members to step forward, please. I need all chamber board members and director to step forward. Make your way up just a second. We'd like to introduce our team that puts this on. We actually start working on this event as soon as this one's over. We start working on this pretty soon to start getting donations. We're going to try to ramp up our out-of-town donations again because that's always been a big hit, and I'd like to see some of those brought back, so we're going to try to bring some of those back. But at this time, I'd like to introduce the members that are here. This is not the entire board, but we have just recently hired a new director for the chamber position, and that is Miss Sherry Beeler right here. Shelly Beeler. Hopefully you will see her face out and about town. She's going to be visiting all of our businesses and doing all kinds of things to connect our businesses and our schools and our workforce community together, so we're excited to have her. Debbie Hughes is a chamber board member from Citizens Bank. Key King, board member from Macon Bank. Amy Phelps, board member from North Central, about to have a blank on it. And Nicole Miller from the Veterinary Hospital. We also had some help back there in the back. We had somebody helping us get all this prepared, and we can't leave her out. Debbie Mason back there, we appreciate you. I just set it out on the tables and all. If it looks like flowers and it's in pretty bowls, that's on them. So we appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, we would like to make sure that we acknowledge all of our donors, and as we go through our giveaways this afternoon, we'll be noting who they're donated by, so we're going to skip that on our agenda just for a second. We have a special thanks to all the volunteers that have helped us put this on, and there are lots of them, and there's way too many to name. I'll leave somebody out, but it takes a lot of people to put this together and to collect all these donations and run all over the county picking them up. And we have lots of people that help us do all that. So we appreciate anybody that has helped us in any way put this on. We'd also like to thank the Macon County Sheriff's Department. They're back there with us, so please stop by and pick up their calculator if you haven't already. We'd like to thank the Board of Education for working with us to put this on. If you've not picked up your umbrella from them, please do that. The next thing on the agenda says speech if David wants to. Not going to happen. I'll just email you, so 3 and 4 times a day, so about the SSO, which is not working right now. Our first actual speaker is actually Mayor Driver, so if Mayor Driver would move this direction, we'd like to have him address the crowd. In the meantime, we'll have an SSO tutorial while he's getting up here. Thank you for being with us. Mayor, your crowd.
Thank you. Again, it's good to see our teachers here today. I know this is a day that's been set aside, which we honor you for your service. And I say service because, you know, we entrust our children with you, and we know y'all do a very good job at that. Also, too, you help shape the future of our kids. You know, you sit there and teach them things that really they need to know. And also, some of you, I know, probably like kind of need to be like a parent to them to kind of get them in the right direction. I know when I was a kid, I always had teachers that kind of did that to me. They seen that I was probably not fulfilling my potential, and they kind of pointed at me and said, hey, you know, Richard, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, and kind of give me some support that I needed. And those are the teachers that I always remember. You know, those are teachers that are favorite teachers, and we also have our teachers that are not so favorite. But you know, when I think about the teachers that I don't know if the word didn't really like that much, but I know that's a good word to use in front of you. But as later I realized that teacher was trying to help me, even though I didn't realize it. You know, they was trying to steer me in a direction that I needed to go, and for some reason, probably just thinking that I knew more than they did, probably, I didn't listen to them. But now, as I got older and looked back, I realized that, hey, even, you know, the teacher that I really disliked was really trying to help me. And I know that goes everyone in this room. There's kids that you probably see that need help, that need some direction, need some guidance, and we thank you for doing that. We thank you for helping guide our children. And also, too, our children are our future, not only our country, but also in Lafayette and our community. And that is important for us as we grow. Having educated students is vital to bring in industry and also to keep industry. So thank you for everything you do. And again, happy Teacher Appreciation Day, if that's a good way to say it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Driver. We appreciate you coming out, and I believe you're here just every year. Best I remember, since you've been in office, you're at this event every year, so we appreciate your support. I don't believe Mayor Jones is with us. Our next speaker is Mr. Tony Bowles, Director of Schools. Where is Mr. Bowles at? Oh, he's sitting down.
Thank you, David. First of all, I would like for all of us to give the Chamber of Commerce and these other supporters of this Teacher Appreciation Day a big round of applause. This is an event that I don't know that may be unique to our county. I've not heard of a lot of other counties that have the support for our teachers that we do here in Macon County, and have a day where that they can come and be appreciated and be together. But you know, I appreciate the teachers every day. You all do an excellent job. Your hard work, your dedication to Macon County schools and to the students of Macon County is very evident in our school system. We're growing, as Mayor Driver said. You know, Macon County is growing. We just recently approved 5 new positions for the 2019-20 school year. You know, right now we're going to be pushed as to where to put those students, but when we get our new school built, things should level off. But you know, Macon County's growing, and our teachers are growing, and you know, I think that you all do an excellent job in promoting Macon County schools and promoting the education here in Macon County. We have people moving in here from Sumner County, from Davidson County, and you know, one of the first things they ask about is our education system. And Mayor Driver can attest to that when people come in. And you know, that's why we need to strive to do our best and have a good education system here in Macon County, and you all do. And I'm very, very appreciative of that, as is the Macon County School Board. We have a good school board. We have 5 members, and they, like yourselves, put what is best for our students in Macon County at the forefront of every decision that they make. And I remember telling a new principal that I hired a few years ago that whatever they did, every decision they made needed to have the students first. And that holds true, and I always hold to that. Our decisions made should be for what is best for our students in Macon County. But once again, I just want to welcome you all here and tell you how much I appreciate you as teachers here in Macon County. At this time, we will start with our Teacher of the Year award. The title Teacher of the Year is a description used to describe an educator who encompasses many characteristics that set them apart from others. This year's Teacher of the Year recipient brings the love of teaching and, more importantly, the love of learning to their students into their room every day. They lead by example. Their high expectations transcend all barriers that the students encounter. They are the first to volunteer for any extra activity or work, and that dedication shows in their love for their schools. Although this teacher is relatively new to the education profession, they are the cornerstone of the foundation of their school. And it's a testament to their character and their teaching ability and their dedication to being the best educator that they can possibly be. At this time, I am honored to award this year's Teacher of the Year 2018-19 school year to Westside Elementary's Nikki Owen.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Stand over here where they can get pictures. You want to say anything?
I just want to say thank you, Miss Marshall, for taking a chance on me a few years ago as a new teacher. I love this county, and I love my job. I love the people that I work with, and I'm just so honored to represent Macon County this year. So.
All right, Nikki, stay right here. We also have Tyler Lawrence, who's with Horace Mann, to make a presentation.
As evidenced by her emotion, one of the joys of my job is meeting those professionals that are passionate about what they do. Because I do come across, unfortunately, those that are not. And so it is with greater pleasure this year to give this on behalf of Macon County Schools to a passionate new teacher. And you guys are awesome, and we're proud to invest in you. Our Crystal Owl Award and a check for $250. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Nikki. Let's give her another round of applause. Next on the program are the people that may be the envy of every one of us sitting in here. They are the retiring teachers. We have 3 teachers that are retiring this year from Macon County School System. The first one I will introduce, and I don't know if he's here, is Mr. Glenn Gaddis. Coach Gaddis has been teaching 35 years in Macon County. I think all of his teaching career has been in Macon County. He's coached various sports. Was very instrumental in starting the cross-country and track teams in Macon County at Macon County High School. He's been very instrumental in a lot of the education of a lot of you all that had him in school and others, as far as the things that you learned in his classroom, the techniques that he taught you how to study, followed you on into college and served you well. So at this time, let's give Coach Gaddis a round of applause. All right, the second retiree that we have is a young lady that has been teaching here in Macon County 21 years. And I'm not sure, but have all those years been at Westside? No. In Macon County, all those years have been at Westside. Miss Sherry Bowers has been a wonderful PE teacher. She has been a great influence on many children at that school. She's also coached volleyball in Macon County and been a big influence on a lot of the young ladies here in the school system. I know she will be greatly missed by Westside and by the students there, but she'll also be missed by all of us here in Macon County School System. So Ms. Sherry Bowers, would you come forward, please? All right, the second retiree that we have here with us today, he has been, excuse me, he has been with Macon County School System 39 years. He started out at Christmas my senior year in high school. He was my baseball coach at that time. I went on to college, started my career in education, went into banking, but I got a phone call one day while I was at work at Citizens Bank. He said, "Tony, I have an opening. Do you want it?" I went, interviewed, got the job, 1996. Been here in Macon County ever since. This man has not only been a teacher and a mentor, he was principal, he's been a mentor while I was at Revelon Springs, but I also consider him a friend. Mr. Kent Smith. Mr. Smith will be greatly missed by Revelon Springs School, especially Mr. Jones. Now that makes Mr. Jones just about the longest tenured male at Revelon Springs School, now that Mr. Smith is retired, and one of the longest tenured teachers at Revelon Springs School. But Mr. Smith will be greatly missed, as will Ms. Bowers. But once again, let's give all these retirees a round of applause. I think they want y'all to move out front and have a picture made.
Let them make their picture and then we'll continue on. I have one question about Bowers' retirement. What will become a scooter town at Westside? You've never been out there, you wouldn't understand what that means. It's a big deal to the kids. Before we go any further, I'd like to recognize just a couple people that are around, have not yet acknowledged Tyler Lawrence. If you've not visited the Horace Mann table back there, he's got some goodies for you and always got information about the programs they offer. It's an awesome company. If you've not done business with them, they are awesome. We have I know we have one. Are there any other school board members here that I'm not seeing? School board member Jed Goad is here, so I want to recognize any school board members that are here. And Mr. McQuarrie has told me he has a song and dance for us that I'm anxious to see. So at this time, to discuss retired teachers, I was sort of on the fence. I sort of wish I was in that group. I'm with you, Sherry. This is my 27th year. It looks pretty good to me. Do you need music for this?
No.
Or? Oh, okay. There you go, Mr. George.
Thank you. I want to congratulate the three that is retiring. I'm kind of like the AARP. You know, when you turn 50, you get that letter from them. I don't know how they do that, but somehow they find you. And so I'm kind of like that with the retired teachers in Macon County. You'll get a letter in a few days. And you'll get pressured to join. Now, the organization you're about to join is a great organization. We have a lot of fun. We go on trips. We do a lot of things. We work hard. We raise money. We give scholarships. And we have a lot of fun doing it. Now, I'm here today to formally announce our teacher that we are awarding our scholarship to this year. But I want to tell you a little bit about how that got to be. Heretofore, we had always been giving student scholarships. We gave three $500 scholarships. But one day, a group of us got together and thought, well, they have a lot of scholarships at the graduation level now. The students get a lot of stuff. Or if they have decent grades, they're eligible for a lot of things. But then we looked at the teacher that had a bachelor's degree and might want to go back and get a master's, and we couldn't find anybody unless you got some sort of a grant through National Science Foundation or something like that. They didn't have much of an opportunity for money. So we decided that we had changed the emphasis a little bit. So I appointed a committee to come up with a scholarship that would provide for funds for active teachers. And so this is the second year that we've awarded this. And I want to take a few minutes to explain what this is. The group, the committee decided that they wanted to emphasize that you stay in the classroom. So it was not going to be a program that would give you an endorsement so you could go out of the classroom. We didn't want you to become an administrator. We wanted you to become a better classroom teacher. If an advanced degree did that, then that was the emphasis. So the committee came together and they were very adamant in that decision. Let's give teachers that gets advanced degrees. These are the people that we're working for. So we welcome you in the future, but to keep that in mind now, that's the purpose of this particular scholarship. Now, right now it's $1,500. We're hoping to raise it to $2,000 in the near future, because I know at the graduate level, the tuition is pretty steep. And so $2,000 I hopefully will help somewhat. So this year, the committee met. We had 4 applicants, 3 of which met our criteria. And from that 3, we selected Keisha Leith at Westside. Are you? Now, I don't have the check to give you today, but you will get it. What will happen is on June the 4th, we will have a retired teacher meeting in this building, okay? And at that meeting, we'll be formally invited, but you're being invited also now. But anyway, your check will be handed to you at that particular time. But we appreciate you participating in the program, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, this has nothing to do with scholarships, but I want to make sure you're aware of something. Your retirement program that you have in Tennessee is one of the best in the nation. It's ranked in the top 5. If you were teaching prior to July 1 of 2014, you belong to what is called the legacy plan. That is funded at 101%. You can't get better than that, people. So that simply means when you get ready to retire, you're going to have money there. At the last count, we had $47 billion in the fund. So that will take care of you for the rest of your whatever time you'll have. But people, that has not come about easy. And that's why I'm encouraging you, the three of you that's retiring today, we want you to join. Because every group that retires, you support the group, you know, that's coming behind you. So that's very important. And the legislature, I'll have to say this, now sometimes they can get kind of crazy down there, and they do some crazy things sometimes. But the first thing that they put in the budget, people, and it's not failed, both Republicans and Democrats, so it's not a party thing at all with them, is if the actuarial people tell them they need $150 million to keep the retirement program sound, that's the first item that goes in that budget. Now, when you have a legislature like that, you can depend on your retirement system. Now, sometimes they want to build bridges with that money. They don't fund it. Some states do. And those states are having problems today because they have to come up with a lot of money at one time to get this program sound. So I just wanted to add that. And congratulations, Keisha. And we'll see you on the 4th.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McQuarrie. That AARP letter arrived in my mailbox about a week ago. Trying to buy you off with a Bluetooth speaker if you joined. So I was just glad it wasn't a Bluetooth hearing aid that they were offering. All right, I need some help. So if some of my chamber board members will join me, we will try to get through the door prizes. Because in addition to the fabulous prizes, the thrill of the day is not having to be at school. So we are trying to save some of this time for you. Let's see how we're doing. Now, we're not doing, it's 1:33. We will try to roll through this. We have a lot of donations, right at 95 donations. So this is going to take a little bit of time. And again, I can't say enough. Every one of these donations, with the exception of very few of them, are all locally sponsored.